Okay, so here we're going to be looking at how to draw straight line graphs. Usually you'll be given an equation, something like y equals 2x plus 3, and you have to know how to turn that equation into an actual physical graph. Now, there are shortcuts for doing it, but this is the way that will work for most types of equation. So let's take the one we had earlier, actually. It was y equals 2x plus 3. Now, if I want to draw that line, the sort of a strategy that we're going to use is we're going to pick some x values, we're going to pick some x coordinates, and we're going to work out from this formula what the associated y value is, and then what we're going to end up with is a big list of coordinates, which when we plot them on a graph are going to be in a nice straight line, and then we'll just join them up. So the numbers we pick for x, to be honest, we should have some negatives in there, even though they're tricky, and we should have some positives in there, just to make sure that we have enough points that we can see that they're on a straight line, because if we don't have enough points, we make a mistake, we won't notice. But if you have loads of points and one of the points is off in the middle of nowhere, we'll know that it's wrong. So when you're picking these points for x, I'm going to pick some nice ones. I'm going to pick -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And if you were to pick those for every question like this, you're not going to go far wrong. And we've picked our x values, we're going to substitute them into our equation, and we're going to work out what y is. Now, I'm going to start with the positive numbers because they're easier and we'll get the idea before we go into the trickier negatives. So when x is 2, y is 2 lots of x plus 3. So 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 plus 3 is 7. When x is 1, y is 2 times 1, so 2 plus 3, that's 5. When x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3, and now we're into the negatives. So if x is -1, then y is 2 lots of -1, that's -2, and -2 plus 3 is 1. And finally, 2 times -2, 2 times -2 is -4, -4 plus 3 is -1. Now, like I said, the reason why we did that is because now we have a list of coordinates. We've got -2, -1, -1, 1, etc. Like each of these is a coordinate which we can plot on this grid, and then hopefully we'll have a nice straight line. So -2, -1, we go across -2 and down to -1 as our first point. -1, 1, that's here. 0, 3, 1, 5, we're in this kind of space for 2, 7 would be up here. So those are our points, and then we join them up. We just get a straight line. So it's a bit tricky for me to do this on a graphics tablet, but we'll try. So there. Down, no, down like, oh dear, no, oh no, that's terrible. All right, never mind. You join them up with a nice straight line. I'll just do it freehand, so it'll be a bit rough. Like that. Right, mine went really wobbly at the end there, but the point is, where the points we chose are all the crosses, and then we joined those up, but we picked those points because they were nice ones. There's no reason why we didn't pick -3, for example. But if we had picked -3, the line would have continued down here. The point is, this line carries on forever, even though our crosses only make up a short section of it. So it's good advice to extend your line all the way across the graph paper, even if your crosses are only a little section in the middle. Right, now let's have a look at another one. Just a second example, and then I'll put some questions up to have a go at. Let's have y equals 3 minus x. So we'll choose the same numbers for x. We're going to choose -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Right, and again, I'm going to start by calculating the positives because they're a bit easier to wrap our heads around. So y is 3 take away x. Well, if x is 2, then it's 3 take away 2, which is 1. If x is 1, then 3 take away 1 is 2. 3 take away 0 is 3. 3 take away -1. Well, if you're taking away a negative, your number gets bigger. So 3 take away -1 is actually 4. And for the same reason, 3 take away -2 is 5. So again, we have some coordinates. We have -2, 5, which we plot here. We have -1, 4, 0, 3, 1, 2, and 2, 1. And then with a ruler, which I don't have. Oh, it's not very good, but it's not bad. With a ruler, straight line, you join up the points you've drawn all the way across the graph, and there's your straight line graph. Right, So here's a couple of other examples that I'm going to talk through. If you would like, you can have a go at plotting those on your own graph paper and see how it looks. But yeah, I'm going to talk those through. Oops, there we go. I'm going to talk those through. So y equals 3x take away 1. We'll pick the same x values as every other example. We'll do -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. And we'll calculate what y is. 3 times -2 is -6. Take away 1 is -7. 3 times -1 is -3. Take away 1 is -4. 3 times 0 is 0. Take away 1 is -1. 3 times 1 is 3. Take away 1 is 2. And 3 times 2 is 6. Take away 1 is 5. So those are our coordinates, and we plot them on our grid. We have -2, -7. That's way down here. We have -1, -4. 0, -1, 1, 2, and finally 2, 5. And so we join them up. There. And that would be your graph. But I cannot stress enough that the fact that I can't actually use a ruler on this does not mean that you shouldn't. You must join up those lines with a straight line. And then final one, I'll do this one in red as well. Same values for x, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. And for y, that's what we've got to work out. So -2 times -2 is +4, because it's a minus times a minus, and 4 plus 3 is 7. -2 times -1 is +2 for the same reason, plus 3 is 5. -2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. -2 times 1 is -2, plus 3 is 1. And -2 times 2 is -4, plus 3 is -1. So we plot those on our grid. We have -2, 7. It's up here. We have -1, 5. There. 0, 3. 1, 1. 2, -1. And for the last time, we'll join those up with a straight line. Sure. And that's our graph of y equals -2x plus 3. So, in summary, you're going to do lots of substitution because you're going to pick some x numbers, and they don't have to be the same ones that I've done, but if you do use these, they are good numbers to use, but you don't have to use those exact numbers. You could start at -3, you could choose different things, but you pick your x numbers and you work out what y is by substituting your x numbers into the equation to get a different y value for every one of your x numbers. Each pair of numbers that you end up with is a coordinate, which you can plot on the grid, and once you've got a line of crosses on your grid, you can join them up with a nice long straight line that goes all the way across your graph paper, and you must use a ruler for questions like this, even though I couldn't for the video. And yeah, that's basically straight line graphs. Hope that helped.